All right. Right, today's date. I hope all of you are maintaining notes properly, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We may have again notes verification session like last time we had. Okay. Be ready. What is today's date?
15, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in the previous question I gave focus, right? Okay. Find equation of parabola. Write this question. Find equation of parabola touching x-axis at (13/2, 0) and y-axis at 0, 13/3. Okay, find equation of parabola touching x-axis at 13/2, 0 and y-axis at 0, 13/3. Okay. Try this question.
Sir, y-axis at 0, 13/3, sir.
Yes, correct. Anybody want to tell me the focus?
13/2, 13/3.
Are you sure? Do you think focus will be here?
13/4, 13/6, sir.
Do you think it is midpoint of these two?
Sir, is it 2, 3?
Yes, correct. Excellent. What you have done?
Sir, I found that chord passing through the 2 points and then found the foot of perpendicular from 0, 0 to that line, like
Yeah.
the focal chord.
Which property used? If you take your regular parabola and we have directrix like this, don't take middle point, take somewhere off. You can draw two perpendicular tangents. This is a chord of contact. This is a focus. So what is this property here? One property is portion of the tangent between point of contact and directrix subtends 90 degrees at the focus. Another way of saying is, you take any point on the directrix, foot of that on its own chord of contact is focus itself. Okay, that is one property. Okay, foot of any point on the directrix on its own chord of contact with respect to parabola is a focus. So yes, you join these two, find foot of origin because the point of intersection of the perpendicular tangents is at the directrix. Foot of this point on its own chord of contact will give you that. Is everybody clear? Focus is 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I call this as A and B, equation of AB is x by 13 by 2 and y by 13 by 3 equal to 1. 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Foot of and origin is a point on directrix. Origin is a point on directrix as tangents from it are perpendicular. From an external point, if you draw two tangents, if they're perpendicular to each other, it should be on directrix. So origin is a point on directrix as tangents from it are perpendicular. And foot of any point on directrix on its own chord of contact is focus. So h minus 0 by 2 equal to k minus 0 by 3 equal to minus of 0 plus 0 minus 13 by 2 square plus 3 square, which is 1. From this you'll get h comma k is 2 comma 3. So focus is 2 comma 3. Okay, now we got focus. I want equation of parabola. So what does I need to find? I have to find directrix or axis or length of lattice rectum. Anybody want to tell any one of these details? Let's say I want length of lattice rectum. Anybody want to tell any way to find that? We got the focus 2 comma 3. Anything further?
Sir,
Yes,
sir, we can find the distance between focus and origin.
What is that will be?
That will be 2a.
No, it is not this point. It is somewhere here. Okay, focus is here. That is not 2a. This is 2a. Our point is here now. Is it clear? It is not the midpoint of the directrix, somewhere off way. It is not the directrix is parallel to this. No. This should be easy because in the previous question we already done. Have I given in the previous question what the focus and asked other details?
8,
Similar question.
6.
Yes. So yesterday what we discussed, find foot of this on this tangent, foot of this on this tangent, that will be tangent at vertex. Draw properly. Okay, right? Next, to find image with respect to one tangent, image with respect to another tangent, they will be collinear with this. That is the directrix. Perpendicular to that, passing through focus. This is the axis of the parabola. Okay, this is not the axis. But we know one more point. If you take midpoint of any chord and join to the point of intersection of tangents, that is also parallel to axis. Okay, and it will be 90 here because it's parallel to axis. Okay, we will discuss this property. I told you this, that you take any 2 points, draw tangent here, take this midpoint and this. When you join, it will be parallel to axis, right? So that is because at the point of intersection of tangents at T1 and T2 is a T1 T2 comma a into T1 plus T2. So this midpoint y coordinate is a into T1 plus T2. This point also a into T1 plus T2. They are in the horizontal line. Okay. So if you take the midpoint and join, you can say directrix is perpendicular to that. Okay. So now if you want to find tangent of vertex very easily, because this foot is 2 comma 0, this foot is 0 comma 3. This point is 2 comma 0, this point is 0 comma 3. Find equation of the x by 2 plus y by 3 equal to 1 is the tangent vertex. If you want directrix, this image 2 comma minus 3, this image minus 2 comma 3, you know 2 points and origin, you can find the directrix equation. Or direct should be parallel to tangent at vertex should pass to origin. Or it should be perpendicular to the line joining this midpoint and this, you know, this slope. From that you can find this slope. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another way to do is, one of the property we discussed is that you take any focal chord as ends of diameter that will touch directrix at this point of contact. Am I right? You take a parabola, take any focal chord as ends of diameter that will touch the directrix at the same point as where the tangents are intersecting. So somebody can take these 2 points as ends of diameter. For that circle at origin, you do S1 equal to 0, directly you get directrix. Because at origin it should be tangent. Mithun, understood this point? Yeah. Okay, anyway, we found the focus. And one more thing to find length of lattice rectum. I'll find SA length and SB length. I think we proved 1 by SA plus 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ equal to 1 by A. Remember that? Okay, so you know SA length, you know SB length. 1 by SA plus 1 by SP you find, you will get 1 by A, small a. 4 times that will be length of lattice rectum. That way also you can find. So there are many properties we learned, anything it can be used. Okay. Lokeshwar, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So we found the focus. I'm not writing every step because I wrote in the figure only. Equation of tangent at vertex is x by 2 plus y by 3 equal to 1. Equation of directrix is x by 2 plus y by 3 equal to 0. That is 3x plus 2y equal to 0. This is 3x plus 2y equal to 6. So we know focus and we know directrix. We can find equation of the parabola. Another point about directrix is this is M and this is O. Okay. If M is a midpoint of AB, OM is perpendicular to directrix. Or you can say OM is parallel to axis. Both are same. From that also you can find midpoint, find this slope, and then you know this slope. So foot of focus on any tangent lies on tangent vertex. Image with respect to any tangent lies on directrix. And we can also take the midpoint of any chord and join to the point from which tangents are drawn, that is parallel to axis. From that also slope will come. I can even use 1 by SA plus 1 by SB is equal to 1 by A. I'm just writing only, I'm not using it to solve it. Just giving an idea of how you can find length of lattice rectum. Distance between these two also will give me A. Okay. If I find, you'll get A is equal to 6 by root 13. 4A is equal to 24 by root 13. I'm sure if I use this also, I'll get same answer. So distance between tangent and vertex and directrix is that. One more point, you can just write it so that it may be useful later on. Tangent at origin to the circle with A and B as ends of diameter is directrix. Okay. Now, whenever you want equation of parabola, if you want equation of parabola, based on focus and directrix, it will be x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square, SP equal to PM. The directrix is this, so 3x plus 2y by root 13 whole square. Somebody can use axis and all that also, you can write it. You know, length of lattice rectum, you know axis, you know tangent vertex, you can write that. Is it okay, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So not only we discussed the properties of parabola, at least one or two questions were done where most of the properties that we learned we used. I'll discuss another method for this question without using any of these properties. I'll discuss another method where you can find equation of parabola without all this knowledge. Right on the second or third day, I can find this of the parabola topic in the video. Okay, can I erase this whole thing or anybody needs more time?
Yes.
Okay, method 2. Let equation of parabola be x square plus 2hxy plus h square y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. We know any parabola h square should be equal to ab, and I can divide everything with a. So I have not taken a. Why I took h square here? Because I know h square should be equal to AB. So in the place of B, I took h square. So I took this as perfect square. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I have 4 unknowns: h value, g value, f value, and c value. Right? Okay. Now how to find them? I want to know where this parabola is touching x-axis. I'll put y equal to 0. I should get a quadratic equation with equal roots, right? Because it's touching x-axis.
Yes, sir.
I should get only one x value. So when I put y equal to 0, it should become x square plus 2gx plus c equal to 0. And that x square plus 2gx plus c should be equal to, what is that x-intercept? 13 by 3. So x minus 13 by whole square. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's it. I'll get g value and c value. X square minus 26 by 3x plus 169 by 9. So 2g is equal to minus 26 by 3 and c is equal to 169 by 9. Similarly, when I put x equal to 0, I'll get a quadratic equation like h square y square plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So already c is known. Okay. So h square y square plus 2fy plus 169 by 9 equal to 0. Okay, for this quadratic equation, the equal roots are 13 by 2 and 13 by 2. Okay. So roots of this equation are 13 by 2 comma 13 by 2. Okay. You find the sum of the roots, product of the roots, you'll get h value and f value or something like that. So first of all, let me take product of the roots so that I'll get h value, and then I'll get h square. Will I get h? Will I get plus or minus? So one of them may be pair of 9. I'll talk about. We'll see. Okay. What is this? Sum of the roots. Sorry. Product. Basically, it's a multiple of x minus 13 by 2 whole square. I can say that also. Okay. If I take product 169 by 9 h square, should be same as 169 by 4 because these two product. Here c by a. So from this, I will get 169 will cancel. 9 h square equal to 4. H square equal to 4 by 9. Okay, now I got this. Now if I take sum of roots, it is minus 2f by h square. That should be 13 by 2 plus 13 by 2 is 13. So already h square is 4 by 9. I can put it. Minus 2f is equal to 13 into 4 by 9. And f will be minus 26 by 9. Okay. If I put back 2g value, c value, h square, and f, let us see what happens. And h is plus or minus 2 by 3. So I will get finally, I'm getting here, okay, x square plus or minus 4 by 3 xy plus 4 by 9 y square 2g is minus 26t by x. And 2f, let it be like this. 2f is minus 52. Minus 52 by 9x plus c. C is 169 by 9 equal to 0. Okay. Now one may say, should I take plus or minus? If I take minus 26 by 3 common, I'll get x plus 2y. Not x plus 2y, 3x plus 2y. If I take plus here, it will be pair of parallel lines because delta will be 0. I should take only minus. Okay. So please understand what I'm trying to do here. If I make these three perfect square, I will get x minus 2y by 3 plus or minus whole square. Okay. And from these two things, if I take minus 26 by 3 common, I will get x plus 2 by 3y plus 169 by 9 equal to 0. These two can't be same. If these two are same, we call this as k. This will be k square and k. It will be a quadratic equation. Will get k equal to something. It is like separating two parallel lines. First, a pair of straight lines, when you give a combined equation of parallel lines. Okay, but when it is minus, this perfect square is different from this. At that time, delta will not be 0. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why we should only take minus, and here this plus should be rejected. Okay. That is basically about delta. Otherwise, what will happening is we are getting this line whole square only. Okay, x-intercept, y-intercept is there, na? That line whole square you are getting. So that is also in this format. Okay, so here I did not use any heavy knowledge of parabola. Am I correct?
Yes.
Because right in the beginning only we know h square equal to ab we discussed. So this is the second method without using all the special properties.
Sir, why it is not plus? Sir?
If it is plus, na, it will become pair of parallel lines. Delta will be 0. And how to find those parallel lines? You take this as t, this will become t square, this whole thing will become perfect square. In fact, it will become directly x plus 2 by 3y minus 13 by 3 whole square equal to 0. It is a line passing through the two given points. Whole square of it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just writing minus here, just rejecting plus straight away. You can understand that. Okay, I'm erasing this whole thing. Everybody done with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. One last question, something related to these properties. Otherwise, I'll want to go back to the previous formulas. Okay. This question may sounds like somewhat like a physics question, but it is math purely. Let us say I have a parabola. Okay. I have another parabola of same size, means same lattice rectum. Length of lattice rectum is same. Okay. If length of lattice rectum is same, I can take that parabola and put on this, they perfectly match, right?
Yes.
Okay, so two identical parabolas. Okay. One is this and one is this. Okay. Now, this parabola is fixed, but this parabola is rolling on this parabola slowly like this, but pure rolling. Okay. Without any sliding, only pure rolling. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
That means if possible, I want to put a small gear teeth here. Okay. Here also small gear teeth here so that it can move without skidding, right? Okay. So after some time, it may be like this. Okay, I don't know. It will. I should draw proper. Okay. I think after some time, it can even come like this, right? It can roll and it can come down. Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So rolling without skidding or sliding. All right. What is the locus of focus of this parabola? This rolling parabola. That's the question. Is everybody clear about the question?
Sir, it is also a parabola.
You want to say it is a parabola? Okay. Okay, you think about it, tell me later. But I hope everybody understood the question.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I really wanted to do it. Take a piece of paper, cut it in this shape, take the other one and really roll it and do it. It takes some time. Okay, so now I'm not telling any new theory or something. It is very, very important in the parabola chapter. Actually, earlier in our mains material, we gave some 300 or 400 questions in parabola. Okay, it is very important. You know why? On each formula, you should do a lot of questions. Then only you'll remember formula. Otherwise, you will not even remember 1 by st plus 1 by st equal to 1 by a. Okay, so it is my duty to tell the formulas and the derivation. It's also important. I should give a lot of questions so that unless you do use a formula in many questions, you will not remember. Okay, but if I give too many questions, people are not completing work. Okay, all right. Anyway, so let us do. Listen to this. Regularly in mains exam, JEE mains exam, in parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, in these chapters, one question will come common. Okay, including circles. What is that? They can give you a circle and a parabola. They can give a parabola and another parabola. They can give circle and ellipse, or parabola and ellipse, or hyperbola and ellipse, or hyperbola parabola. They can ask what is the equation of common tangent, a line which is touching first curve and second curve. They ask very, very frequently and very easy. Okay, so I want to give some questions similar to that, not using ellipse and hyperbola, only using parabolas or circles or their combination. Okay, find equation of parabola, find equation of common tangent to parabolas y square equal to 108x, y square equal to 108x, and x square equal to minus 32y. Okay, how to do these kind of questions is very simple. Basically, the figure is somewhat like this. This is one parabola. This is another parabola. You can see there is a line touching both the parabolas. One is a right parabola, one is a down parabola. So I want equation of that. Only one line is there. What is the general tangent of y square equal to 108x? Anybody want to tell that? For y square equal to 4ax, what is the general tangent formula? Y equal to mx plus
1 by m, a by m.
a by m. Yes. For y square equal to 4ax, the general tangent is y equal to mx plus a by m. Like that, for y square equal to 108x, the general tangent is y equal to mx plus 27 by m. 4a is 108. Okay. Anybody remembers what is the general tangent for x square equal to 4by? It is y equal to mx minus bm square. So like that, for x square equal to minus 32y, the general tangent is y equal to mx minus 8, b is 4a by minus 8 into m square. Yes. Now these two should be same, now we want that the same tangent one. So if I equate the constant, 27 by m is equal to 8m square. Bring this one here, you will get m cube is equal to 27 by 8. And then we'll get m is equal to 3 by 2. Now once you got m value, put it here or here, we'll get the answer. So y is equal to 3 by 2 x plus 27 by 3 by 2. Okay, you just simplify this. This is what 3 by 2x plus 18. That is 2y is equal to 3x plus 36. Okay, complete this. I'll give another question similar to this. Okay, everybody completed this?
Sir.
Okay, next question. Find equation of common tangent to parabolas y square equal to minus 24x and y square equal to 40 into x minus 4.
So you're getting 2, sir.
You are getting 2. I want slope is 2, correct?
But 2x minus y minus 3 and 2x plus y minus 3.
Only one answer, na? One slope only means one tangent only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. The general tangent of first one is y equal to mx plus a by m, which is y equal to mx plus a is minus 6. The second one is translated. We should not forget that. It will be y equal to m into x minus h plus a by m. Some formula like this should be used. That is what? Y equal to mx. In the place of h, I have to write 4. So m into x minus 4 plus a is 10 by m, which is y equal to mx minus 4m plus 10 by m. Are you getting any
Two values only, sir.
We're getting two values.
Square equals 4.
Okay, okay. So minus, yeah, it's possible because up and down because that's symmetrical. What is that? One parabola is like this, and another parabola is maybe like this. This is one tangent, and obviously mirror image also will be tangent.
Yes, sir.
Little bit, yes, sir. What is this? Minus 6 by m, the constant here would be same as minus 4m plus 10 by m. When I multiply the m, minus 6 equal to minus 4m square plus 10. When I divide with 2, okay, it's a simple 4, there is no m. 4m square equal to minus 16, no, plus 16. M square equal to 4, m equal to plus or minus 2. If I put m equal to 2, in this, I'll get y equal to 2x minus 2. If I put m equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 2x plus. Yes, there are two common tangents because they are mirror images. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, those are completed. Next question. Y square equal to 80x and circle x square plus y square equal to 81. Y square equal to 80x parabola, y square x square plus y square to 81 circle. We have to find a common tangent. Bhavana, are you there in the class? Harika, are you clear about how to find common tangent to two curves?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Meghavani, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Shravan?
Yes, sir.
Pradeep, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me what is the common tangent to parabola here?
Sir.
In this question on the board, what is the general tangent to parabola?
Sir, okay.
Satyapavan, are you there in the class? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
What is the general tangent of first curve here? Y square equal to 80x parabola. The previous two questions use the formula. I wrote it also clearly. For y square equal to 4ax, what is the tangent with slope m? Y equal to mx plus you have to unmute if you want to speak.
Mx plus a by m.
Yeah. So the general tangent to this is y equal to mx plus a by m. And what is a value here?
80.
4a is 80, man.
Oh, 20.
So y equal to mx plus 20 by m is the general tangent. So parabola y equal to 4x. For circle, x square plus y square equal to r square in terms of slope m. Anybody want to tell general tangent?
Y equals to mx plus
Y equals to
minus
mx plus
r
o
into 1
minus r
plus
into 1
m.
plus m square.
Yeah, so this is y equal to mx plus or minus 81 into root over 1 plus m. R into r is 9.
9.
Okay. Now simply equate this constant and this constant. So 20 by m is equal to plus or minus 9 into root over 1 plus m square. If I square it, 400 by m square is equal to 81 into 1 plus m square. Oh, I would have given simple number, but it's okay. We will get 81 m power 4 plus 81 m square minus 400 equal to 0. This is 9m square minus 16 into 9m square minus 25 equal to 0. Am I right or wrong? This 81 is correct, this 400 is correct. But something wrong with plus and minus. So I think it should be plus 9. Okay, this is 9 nines and this is 25 minus 9. It can be written. Yes. Okay. So if you want, you can take 9m square as some k and you can do it. So this cannot be 0. You will get m square equal to 16 by 9 or minus 25 by 9. We want this only this. So you'll get m equal to plus or minus 4 by 3. After getting m value, don't put in the general tangent of circle because we'll be getting 2 options for each. Total 4 answers will come, but there are not 4. There are only 2. The reason we are getting 4 is I have a parabola and I have a circle. I can easily see I have only 2 common tangents. Okay. But after getting this slope, if I put it here, I'll get 4 answers. Anyone want to tell why circle is giving 4 answers? If you put it here, you'll get only 2. For each m, 1. But there for each m, 2. That is because parallel to this tangent, circle has one more tangent, but that is not tangent to parabola. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And parallel to this, circle has one more tangent, and that is also not tangent to parabola. That is the reason where only 2 are okay. So after getting the slope, don't put it in general tangent to circle, only put it in general tangent to parabola. So when I put 4 by 3, y is equal to 4 by 3 into x plus 20 by 4 by 3. 4x by 3 plus 15. Then I put a minus 4 by 3 y equal to minus 4x by 3 minus 15. It is simplified properly. Okay, we have done 3 questions. That is sufficient. So let them give 2 parabolas or 1 parabola and 1 circle of the same method. Simply find general tangent of first curve, general tangent of second curve, equate the constant part, you'll get m value, put it back. Same thing later on ellipse and hyperbola.
Sir?
Yes, please.
So what if we differentiate both the equations and equate dy by dx?
The problem is dy by dx at 2 different points. Here dy by dx at x1, y1 and here dy by dx at x2, y2. Okay. They are not touching at the same point. That is the problem. It will become 4 unknowns, x1, y1, x2, y2. Let me ask a question if somebody can answer. Let's say x square plus 5y square equal to, or even I can take circle also, not a big deal. X square plus y square equal to 20. If I ask dy by dx at 9, 4, okay? You differentiate it, put 9, 4, you will get some answer. But this point is not on the curve, na? Then what is it giving then? Because I have to substitute a point on the curve, but I'm substituting some other point which is not on the. Yes, please.
Sir, it is giving the slope which is perpendicular to the line joining that point and origin.
Origin. Okay, here it's okay, but I'll change the curve. Let us I'll write x square plus 20xy plus 7y square equal to 14. This point is not on that. But I differentiate this, put the 9 by 4, some number will come. What it is then?
So the slope is perpendicular to the line joining the point and center of the circle.
That may not be circle. We don't even know what it is. I can give x cube here, e power x here. What you said is correct for circle, but let's say put x cube here and here e power x into y. Differentiate this, substitute this number x number, y some number, some answer will come. But that point is not even on the curve. So it is actually we should not substitute it, frankly. Okay. What does it give is it is not useful for any of this curve. Remove this constant, substitute 9, 4, whatever constant comes, you substitute that. For that curve, it gives slope of tangent. Okay. Otherwise, for the given curve, we should not substitute it. Okay. Because it's not even on that. Okay.
Sir?
So same. Yes, please.
Sir, y minus 25 by 9 is wrong, sir.
M square is a positive number, it can't be negative. Okay. Okay, so it's a common tangent anytime you come across, even in the future chapters, you should be able to do very easily. Okay, that's my point. Okay, what I'm giving may be little lengthy question. You try it. If you don't get, tomorrow you can continue. We'll see. Time maybe. Okay, all of you write this question. Find orthocenter find orthocenter of triangle formed by tangents at points T1, T2, T3. Find orthocenter of triangle formed by tangents at points T1, T2, T3 on y square equal to 4ax. Okay, so we have a parabola. This is one tangent, this is some other tangent, this is some other tangent. This point is T1, this point of contact is T2, this point is T3. This is 81 square, 281. This is 82 square, 282. This is 83 square, 283. Draw tangents there, they are forming one triangle. I find orthocenter. This is not anything easy. It's a standard procedure that you do in first year. What is this point? You can find this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Point, and what is the formula for that? Point of intersection of tangents at T1 and T2.
A T1 T2 comma A into T1 plus T2.
Yeah, like that. This is A T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3. This is A T3 T1 comma A into T3 plus T1. And we know this slope of the tangent is 1 by T1. This slope is 1 by T2. And this slope is 1 by T3. Alright. Now I want to find orthocenter. How will you do in IP? Same. If I give 3 vertices, you have to really find this altitude, really find this altitude, and solve them. Will get right. Just to do that, just find 2 altitudes and solve it and find orthocenter. So this altitude I have to find, and I may have to find this altitude, and this is the orthocenter H, and even this. So I can give this is P name, this is Q, and this is R. R is A T1 T2 comma A into T1 plus T2. P is A T2 T3 comma A into T2 plus T3. And Q is T1 and T3. So A T1 T3 comma A into T1 plus T2. We can call this as PL and QN. Slope of RQ. Slope of RQ we already know 1 by T1. So slope of PL is minus T1. Equation of PL. Y minus A into T2 plus T3. Equal to minus T1 into X minus A T2 T3. Expand, bring it one side, it will become T1x plus Y. equal to A T1 T2 T3 plus A T2 plus A T3. I think I can write similarly as the other way. Similarly, equation of Qm. Wherever T1 is there, T2 will come. That's why. T2x plus y. Same A T1 T2 T3. When 1 was there, 2 3 came. When 2 was there, 3 1 will come, or 1 3 will come. A T1 plus A T3. Okay, we just got two altitudes. I wrote only one altitude. Similarly, I wrote the other altitude easily because it's a rotation. Remove 1 and write 2. Remove 2 and write 3. Remove 3 and write 1. You will get that. Cyclic order. Solve these two, will get all this. That's it. We'll write ortho center and we'll write one property about that and then solve class. Okay, I am done with the parabola. So tomorrow onwards, I'll be doing advanced material odd numbers. So you have two things to do. Parabola IP second exercise you have to complete. I'm not talking about first exercise because I expected that you already completed it. And mains material, every day you can try 20%. Okay, what is the other center coming? Anybody want to tell? When I subtract these two equations, I don't have place here, so I'm writing on the top. I'll get x into T1 minus T2. Y will get cancelled, these two will get cancelled, A T3 will cancel, I'll get A into T2 minus T1. If I cancel that, I'll get x equal to minus A. Minus A into T1 minus T2. And that minus A, when I put it here and send that side, Y will come A T1 T2 T3 plus A T1 plus A T2 plus A2. If we take A common, T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T1 into T2 into T3. Okay, so ortho center is minus A comma A into T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T1 T2 T3. So it is even though it looks like a big question in the beginning, not that big, right? If x coordinate is minus A, what can we conclude about it? Y coordinate changing, but x coordinate
center lies on the directrix.
Yes. It's amazing that a simple curve has so many properties. Okay. So we talk about image of focus and all. You take any three tangents and find the ortho center, it will lie on the directrix only. So this down part I want to erase. Does anybody still need to copy this? Okay, so you can write this. What is this? orthocenter of a triangle, of any triangle formed by orthocenter of any triangle formed by three tangents to parabola, formed by three tangents of a parabola. Will always lie on directrix. Okay, of course, we can have some idea that it could be directrix, but I'll discuss what is that. Let us have a directrix and a parabola. You take any point and draw two tangents to the parabola. You know they're perpendicular, right? Okay. Now you take any other tangent. You can take this tangent or this tangent or this tangent. Doesn't matter. These are right angle triangles. For a right angle triangle, where should be orthocenter?
At the point where right angle is made.
Yes. So if this is only orthocenter, that is on the directrix already, right? And how many cases we got? Infinite cases. You take some other point on the directrix and draw this tangent and draw this tangent. This is 90. Other tangent you take here or here or here. Every time it is a right angle triangle. This is orthocenter. Okay. So already we are seeing infinite cases. Okay. Even if you fix two, changing the third one is itself infinite. But after that, but it's not just about only those tangents. I have directrix like this and this. Even if I take a point outside here and draw two tangents like this, draw some other tangent, even further orthocenter will be on the directrix only. That is, this altitude and this altitude and this altitude will meet here. What if you take point on this side also? That is, I have this and this. I'll take a point here and draw two tangents and take some other. It will be an obtuse angle triangle and its orthocenter will be outside and it will be on the directrix. This is one altitude. And where is that? Through this, this is a side, right? If I draw properly, of course, I have to draw. And this is a side, some altitude. Anyway, it should be here. I'm not drawing the parabola properly. Let's say this is a parabola, this is a focus directrix. You take some tangent here, some tangent here, some tangent here. This is one altitude. Another altitude will come like this, and some other altitude will come like this. Okay, and they will meet at the orthocenter. So that is quite interesting. It is on the directrix. It is very easy to see about the right angle and see this orthocenter. Even if this point is not here, it is here or here. Still, for the triangle is coming on the directrix only. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's it. If you have written this statement and we are done. So please continue trying that IP and mains. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.